things you just can't refuse. She wanna ride me like a cruise, and I'm not trying to lose. Then you're left in the dust, unless I stuck by you. You're a sunflower, I think you'll never be too much. Or you'll be left in the dust, unless I stuck by you. You're the sunflower, you're the sunflower.
Every time I'm walking out, I can hear you telling me to turn around. Fighting for my trust, so you won't back down. Even if we gotta risk it all right now. I know you're scared of the unknown. You don't wanna be alone. I know I always come and go, but it's out of my control. And you'll be left in the dust unless I stuck by you. You're the sunflower. I think your love would be too much. Or you'll be left in the dust unless I stuck by you.
You're the sunflower.
I know you're scared of the unknown. You don't wanna be alone. I know I always come and go, but it's out of my control. And you'll be left in the dust unless I stuck by you. You're the sunflower. I think your love would be too much. Or you'll be left in the dust unless I stuck by you. You're the sunflower. You're the sunflower.
Then you're left in the dust unless I stop by ya. You're the sunflower. I think your love would be too much, or you'd be left in the dust unless I stop by ya.
Welcome back, everybody, to Swift Racing, where we are now in Monza, Italy, for the sixth round of Season 2 of the Championship. My name is English. I'm today joined by my co-commentator, Blade.
Hello, everyone. It's going to be an exciting day today for Monza.
It very much is, as you see on the leaderboards right now already, Critical Noob. Currently leading the championship after his second consecutive win that he got last time out, obviously in Mexico. Looking very strong. Can he get the triple back-to-back wins in the current triple header that we have? It's going to be very exciting to see. And we're going to be going on board with some of the drivers right now. So
Yeah. So currently fastest at the moment is Sim 118.946, followed by Luchabot in the Mercedes. I thought Luchabot was in a different team.
yes, I think he was in Williams before when Macho Globe.
Oh, and a massive crash for Luchabot. Yeah, he's just gone over the wall for some reason.
Damn, is he okay?
Camera. Yeah, he's stuck. He's lost his front wing and everything. He went over the bumps in Ascari and then flew over the wall, and now is just like, yeah.
We're seeing him without a front wing and stuck behind the wall. He's gonna be needing to get the FIA to help him there.
Yeah,
But
moving on though, because
we see Nika right now doubles. Yeah, Nika right now setting two fastest sectors, and we're seeing him right here in Parabolica. Let's see if he can set the fastest lap. His sector 3 needs to be good, and he does set the fastest lap, 16.2.
Yeah, so that is not the best time this weekend, actually. The best time this weekend was a 1:14.441, set by Dakar, actually. So I wonder if we'll be seeing anyone get somewhere near to that. But at the moment, they're about nearly just under 2 seconds off the pace to the Red Bull, and it's currently a front row lockout for the Alpine cars.
Yeah, it is, and as you said, Dakar locking the best time of the weekend. Definitely did burn some fuel, so I mean nobody's gonna get as near as that. Oh, and we're gonna have a shutdown. Apparently, some bugs with the server. Does that mean that there's again an extra 10 minutes, or I don't know?
No idea. We'll find out in a second once we join back.
She was a bad, bad, nevertheless. Calling it quits now, baby, on wreck. Crash at my place, baby, you're wreck. Needless to say, I'm
step higher. You're the sunflower. You're the sunflower.
Then you're left in the dust unless I start fire. You're the sunflower. I think your love will be too much, or you'll be left in the dust unless I start fire. You're the sunflower. You're the sunflower.
Too much.
She was a bad, nevertheless. Calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. Crash at my place, baby, you're a wreck. Needless to say, I'm keeping her check. She was a bad She was a bad, bad, nevertheless. Calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. Crash at my place, baby, you're a wreck. Needless to say, I'm keeping her check. She was a bad, bad, nevertheless. Calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. Crash at my place, baby, you're a wreck. Thinking in a bad way, losing your grip. Screaming at my face, baby, don't trip. Someone took a big L on all that fell. Looking at you sideways, body on tilt. Ooh, some things you just can't refuse. She wanna ride me like a cruise, and I'm not trying to lose. Then you're left in the dust, unless I stuck by ya. You're a sunflower, I think you'll never be too much. Or you'll be left in the dust, unless I stuck by ya. You're the sunflower, you're the sunflower.
Every time I'm leaving on you, you don't make it easy, no. Wish I could be there for you. Give me a reason to. Every time I'm walking out, I can hear you telling me to turn around. Fighting for my trust, so you won't back down. Even if we gotta risk it all right now. I know you're scared of the unknown. You don't wanna be alone. I know I always come and go, but it's out of my control. And you'll be left in the dust unless I stuck by you. You're the sunflower, I think your love would be too much. Or you'll be left in the dust unless I stuck by you. You're the sunflower, you're the sunflower.
Then you're left in the dust, unless I stuck by ya. You're the sunflower, I think you'll never be too much. Or you'll be left in the dust, unless I stuck by ya. You're the sunflower, you're the sunflower.
Needless to say, I keep her check. She was a bad, bad, nevertheless. Calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. Crash at my place, baby, you're a wreck. Needless to say, I'm keeping her check. She was a bad, bad, nevertheless. Calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. Crash at my place, baby, you're a wreck. Thinking in a bad way, losing your grip. Screaming at my face, baby, don't trip. Someone took a big L on all that fell. Looking at you sideways, body on tilt.
Ooh, some things you just can't refuse. She wanna ride me like a cruise, and I'm not
Welcome back, everyone, to the Swift presentation of the Monza GP in Italy. I'm still joined by Blade.
Hello. Sorry for the inconvenience, everyone. We've had a bit of issues with the timing board and collisions. So, be getting started again. Hopefully it's fixed. Hopefully.
The quali is getting underway as we see people setting out laps right now. We'll be getting on board with the people that set their first lap, first sectors, whenever it starts coming on the time board. For now, we're looking at the pit straight and the straight next to it. Well, Monza, everybody knows it. It's an amazing circuit. I think everybody can agree on it. Amazing history with it as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of
In real life.
history behind this track. Yeah,
In real life, in Roblox. No, in real life, obviously we've seen the amazing 1-2 by McLaren in the 2021 in real life season. We've seen the big crash of Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton there. Big moment in their championship as well. Was it the last crash between them? No, I think Jeddah was the last crash between them last season. But yeah, as we see Critical Noob there, or Simsimo, crossing the line and going on their first laps. As soon as a sector is set, we'll be going on board with one of them. That's going to be exciting to see. Blade, who do you think has the biggest chance of...
pole position?
Yes.
I mean, last few races we've had Critical Noob. We've had Critical Noob doing really well, and he's leading the championship at the moment. We've had people like 1 second. I'm just going to check that I'm getting my facts right. Where is results? There it is. So yeah, last race we had Critical Noob, Acer, Nirana, Gamer, Randomizer. Those are the top 5 that were really set apart from the rest of the grid. But now we're getting people like Mercedes with Luchabot and not. Let's check their full name. Since they've been going under new ownership, haven't they?
Yeah, Nob got ownership of Mercedes. They've been a long-standing team, one of the longest actually, in Swift. Was still owned by them, but I mean, I guess the whole team started to lose motivation, and the old owner didn't have time. So it's obvious that somebody else takes their spot, and we see Sim setting a provisional fastest lap with a 1:22. Driver should be looking for a 1:16, as we saw earlier, which should be around the times for a competitive lap in the top 5.
Yeah. I mean, we're definitely hoping to see stuff like that, but since in the last session, before we had to restart, we had a lot of 1:18s and 1:17s being set. So at the moment, I think these are just the warm-up laps, them getting used to the restart just before they get going again. But I can tell you this now, people like Sim and Critical Noob are going to be getting straight on it as soon as possible. It's just so they can, get that out of the way, really. And I have to say, tunnel is on just before Ascari. Is like it's a bit of a dip and then goes straight back up again. It's a bit weird, that one.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird formation in the track, but I mean, the quality of it is definitely good. I drove myself in practice 1 on it. I found it actually quite a good track to drive on, if I say so myself.
It seems like we're not going on board with people. Yeah. Can we go on board with Sim maybe? Because he's just
that would be interesting. Yeah, I know 1:16, so that might be a very competitive time. We see him in the borders. I think that's turn 1 and 2 after the chicane there. It's gonna be very interesting to see his sectors, because obviously he's a new on the grid. He's known in other leagues, but he's setting some surprising times.
He was in the last race, wasn't he? And he did. Oh no, he wasn't in the last race. He
Oh
was
no, I
in,
think it was in the qualifying or practice. Yeah, that
yeah, he
could
was in
definitely be.
FB2, and he was about second slower than his teammate, Critical Noob, but I'm guessing he's just getting used to his cars at the car at the moment, which is plenty
And he
to explore.
spins. He has a
Oh,
little spin with the back wheels there, and he passes the Mercedes off. I think
oh,
that's
that's
no, that
loose.
was loose spot. I'm pretty sure. Right now, we are on board with Lushbot. Currently P2. He's actually a fun fact about Loosebot is that he won the first Swift, well, back then RF1 race ever in Australia last season.
Yeah, but going on board with Acer 1, setting the purple sector 1, what can he do? He's going through the two Lesmos, about to go into Ascari in a minute. He's just going down the back straight with the DRS. I wonder what type of sector 2 is he going to set? Is he going to set another purple sector? No, it's green, and it's still a pretty good sector 2 though, as he's just coming out of Ascari now. What he'll be going on to now into Parabolica. Can Acer 1 go for pole position as Luchabot, and also another person that set a purple sector 1? So can we see a new fastest lap taken away from Simzo Sim in his debut in qualifying, I think? And there goes Acer 1.
It's gonna be a 3/10. And we see Critical Noob taking that sector 1 from Lushbot as well right now. Going
As
on
with
board
Soup
with
as
him.
well. And
with Soup takes it. It looks like it's just being taken away from each other constantly.
as Luchabot sets a yellow sector 2. So I wonder if we're going to... Oh, as he messes up into the Ascari. So that's not going to be very helpful, as well as Critical Noob. He's got a yellow sector 2, but can they still set somewhat decent time? The Critical Noob's sector 2 is still faster, though, than Ace's sector 2. So what can he
So
do?
that should be, unless he messes this up, this should be the fastest lap of the qualifying session until now. Critical Noob definitely showing what he's got. Obviously, a 2-time race winner now.
Yep. And
Possibly a
P3.
3 times. Yeah. P3.
6 tenths off. No, 7 tenths off, really. As with Soup goes fastest with a 116, half a tenth faster than Acer 1. So the Alpine is already getting back up to speed because they were.
Yeah, I think that partially was because I mean, we see Critical Noob going a bit slower. I think that was partially because of the fuel burning that they did at the beginning. We didn't see them on track for the past 10 minutes, and I think they burned through some fuel to lower the weight of the car, and that could definitely play a part.
And Nika sets the new fastest lap 2 tenths faster than with Soup. So that is an Alpine front row lockout for Monza. So
yeah, we saw that
improve
earlier. We saw that same thing earlier before the server crash, as we see a yellow flag in sector 3 right now. It's green flag again.
So, Sim does improve us also a little bit, but only by a tenth.
Let's go on board with Randomizer, actually. He did a very great race last time. Oh, he goes into the pits.
He's lost his front wing.
Wing.
Yeah. Maybe someone else to go on board with is Organize, who's currently in P10, 2 green sectors. What are they going to do? Coming out of Parabolica now, actually, and they're about to go across the line, and Organize goes P6.
P6 faster than Loosebot. That's his first qualifying ever in Swift. He's in the new AlphaTauri. They also lost their team just like Mercedes did. But yeah, the new AlphaTauri is looking kind of strong, actually. P6 very strong ahead of Loosebot, which we know is a very strong driver from seeing him win and seeing him drive earlier races. And he's going actually another time faster than his previous sector. This guy is just improving on his own.
Yeah,
and now
he's plenty to improve. I've seen him in other leagues, and I think he's just gone on the grass and made a mistake slightly. But I've seen him in other leagues, and he's done very well in GT3 Ion, I think. But yeah, so he's going through into Ascari now. He's got a yellow sector 2. As we're on board with
Lushbot.
Is that Luchabot? Yes.
Yeah, that's Lushbot.
Another person that if we go on board with Gura, who's in the Alfa Romeos, improved in Sector 1, or if they can do anything on this lap, as they're improved in Sector 2 also. So what can they do as they now come out of Ascari, and they'll be going into Parabolica in a second.
If he gets that corner right, that could be a massive lap for him. Maybe a P4 or P5 there. Would be great for Alfa Romeo as they need their points right now.
P4.
Jordi goes P4. That's very good for him. Only 600s slower right now. Jordi is on a massive lap right now.
Fast
Sector 1
in the Haas car. They've been doing pretty well this season. He wasn't there last weekend. That's probably why he missed out a little bit. But now he's going to be improving in Sector 2. 1 second.
Let's see what he can do. Seems like Blade has some technical issues on his own side, but right now we are watching Love My Jordi up to left, which could mean that he locks up that first spot. He needs to beat Nika's 1:15.8. Let's see if he can do it, and he for sure can. 2/10 improvement, or rather 1.500s. That's 1500. Sorry, it's a very, very strong lap by Jordi. These cars can pull 114s on low fuel, which was set by the care. But obviously these cars can't burn through so much fuel because it's only a qualifying of so many minutes. Jordi's still going on a massive lap right now. Fastest Sector 1.
Yes, he's improving a lot now. He's 2 times faster than Nika, so he's ruined that front row lockout for the Alpines. So I wonder what he's going to be doing, as he's now going to be heading out of the Lesmos and probably heading into Ascari now. Well, I mean, probably, yes, he is, as Noah Gamer improves to P4, improved in all sectors, and he's about a few thousandth of a second behind with Soup. So I wonder if Noah Gamer is going to be wanting to improve. But back to Love My Jordi, he's yellow in Sector 2. And actually, that's a horrific Sector 2. Don't even bother looking at Love My Jordi. He's just messed up massively in Sector 2. About 6 seconds off the pace in Sector 2. As he pits. There we go.
Let's go on board right now with Noah. Oh, with Nika. Sorry, Nika right now improves in Sector 1, and he only needs to improve 15 hundredths of a second to get that P1 pole spot again. Can he do it though? That's the question. Nika, very, very strong on one lap, even very strong in a race, winner as well in Bahrain. So it's gonna be, and he gets a fastest Sector 2. That's massive because that's where people most of the times lose their most of their time. Can he get a faster Sector 2? That would mean Sector 3. My bad. That could mean that he gets that pole, or maybe if he doesn't.
2 minutes left. So if he gets this pole position, this could be set solid as he's about to go across the line. And wow, 3/10 faster exactly than Love My Jordi. I wonder if anyone's going to be able to improve to beat him.
I think he might. He was on a flying lap earlier, just messed up in Sector 2, but in Sector 3 he regained, and he regained another fastest sector in that third sector. So I think Jordi might actually overtake him again.
We'll have to find out, but someone that's improving in all sectors so far is Organised. He's in P11. He did go fast into P6, but he's been pushed back down because of all the other drivers who are entering at the moment. So can Organised go even faster? He's going around the Parabolica right now as he's about to go across the line in just a second. What can he do? I wonder if he can get into the top 10 possibly as he improves to P7. Very good time from Organised in the Alpha Tauri. Another person improving at the moment is also Gualeves. As Gualeves is about to come across now and he does not improve. He nearly improves, but not in time. And I'd have to say, Organised was not far off beating Gualeves.
Just one person one driver that I'm quite surprised by is Critical Noob, as he's P10 right now, which is definitely not where he wants to be at. I think he's Yeah, he's going around the Parabolica. Probably going to go on a flyer lap right now. It's not where we usually see critical noobs, so we
Oh,
might just see something here.
love my
As he
Geordie
goes on
really
his
pushing
final
right now.
hot lap.
Love my Geordie's massively pushing right now. He's got the fastest sector 2 by quite actually by 2/10 over Nico Lana. And he's not. I don't know if that's a great sector 1, not a fantastic sector 1. As Nika improves in sector 1, can Love My Geordie go fastest here today? Yes, he can by
He
quite
can.
a margin. And Noah Gamer,
Noah Gamer.
sets the purple sector 1. As Noah Gamer messes up, he goes over the bumps out of the chicane.
And that's going to be it for him. It's going to be P5 or maybe worse if somebody can improve over him. We see Acer getting a faster sector.
Sim improves to P3 also. As Nicolano, he's got an improved sector 2. It's only by a little bit as well, by 1,000th of a second. Can Nika go from P2 to P1, coming through Parabolica now, as we see him go, exiting now. What can he do? Going about to come across the line. Nika does not improve enough to get pole position, but there's still people
It's going to
like
be
Acer.
provisional for Love My Geordie right now. Acer right now also on a good lap.
Soup
Can he
improves to
improve?
P4, and Critical Noob improves to P5. Acer improves to P4.
And Acer gets P4.
Sim
And
fastest in
Sims-
sector 2. Oh no, he flies!
He might
He
actually-
flies over the bumps over the
And he
Ascari.
flies into Ascari. And he flies into the wall at Ascari. That's super sad. I would have loved to see what that time was at the end.
That was a
might have
fantastic
been a-
sector 2 as well. Because he was 3/10
Yeah,
faster
that might have
than
been
the
the
original sector 2.
That might have been like the fastest sector. Fastest lap if he got it in. But Sim
would have
Somo
been-
definitely surprising a lot of people right now.
It would have definitely been a 1:14. It would have so been a 1:14. That was pretty much it.
Yeah, it's sad to see, but every driver has driven very great here. We see some very good and competitive sectors and laps set by everybody. It's gonna be. I really don't know what I can expect from this race. Like who's gonna win, who's gonna come out on top. It's gonna be.
It's very close.
It's very close. It might just be everyone because everybody was setting faster sectors than each other. So very close racing here. We love to see it. And we'll be taking a break right now. And we will be back when the lights will be going out. See you in a bit.
She was a bad, bad, nevertheless. Calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. Crash at my place, baby, you're a wreck. Needless to say, I'm keeping her check. She was a bad, bad, nevertheless. Calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. Crash at my place, baby, you're a wreck. Digging in a bad way, losing your grip. Screaming at my face, baby, don't trip. Someone took a big L, don't know how that felt. Looking at you sideways, body on tilt. Ooh, certain things you just can't refuse. She wanna ride me like a cruise, and I'm not trying to lose. Then you're left in the dust, unless I stuck by ya. You're a sunflower, I think you'll never be too much. Or you'll be left in the dust, unless I stuck by ya. You're the sunflower, you're the sunflower.
Every time I'm leaving on you, you don't make it easy, no. Wish I could be there for you. Give me a reason to. Every time I'm walking out, I can hear you telling me to turn around. Fighting for my trust, so you won't back down. Even if we gotta risk it all right now. I know you're scared of the unknown. You don't wanna be alone. I know I always come and go.
She was a bad, bad, nevertheless. Calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. Crash at my place, baby, you're a wreck. Needless to say, I'm keeping her check. She was a bad, bad, nevertheless. Calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. Crash at my place, baby, you're a wreck. Thinking in a bad way, losing your grip. Screaming at my face, baby, don't trip. Someone took a big L on all that felt. Looking at you sideways, booty on tilt. Ooh, some things you just can't refuse. She wanna ride me like a cruise, and I'm not trying to lose. Then you're left in the dust, unless I stop by ya. You're the sunflower, I think your love will be too much. Or you'll be left in the dust, unless I stop by ya. You're the sunflower, you're the sunflower.
Welcome back, everybody. The race is going to be starting shortly, but until then, we're going to be going over the grid. As we see on your right, we're seeing Love Majority lining up in P1 on the hard tires, setting a fastest lap with a 15.1.
Wait till I come back. Actually, no, keep going. Actually, yeah. So yeah, in P2 was Nicolano with a very close qualifying. Actually, he nearly got that pole position, but he just messed up slightly and got a 1:15.229.
Then we have in P3, we have Simsomo, a very, very strong driver. As we saw, he almost had the fastest lap, which would have been truly exciting because he was the last on a lap to see him cross the line and still get that fastest lap. But unfortunately, he messed up in the last sector. But I mean, that's racing. Can't have anything, and sometimes it goes wrong.
Yeah, and in P4 we have Asa, who also did very well in qualifying. And I can't see what time he did. 1 second. If I go to results, he got a 1:15.574, only 1/1000th of a second away from Sim.
Yeah, and then in P5 we have Wasup, who was 4/10 away from Acer, which is the biggest gap within the top 10 that we had in the race. So yeah.
And then in P6 with a surprisingly not great qualifying, still good for any driver, but expected a little bit more, was Critical Noob, who was only, again, a few thousandths of a second behind the driver in front with a 1:15.928.
And then in P7 we have like the same thing that we had with Critical. We can fairly say we expected a bit more of Noah Gamer. He got laid. He was late on the laps, so I mean, it's understandable, but still we expected a bit more. And he had the fastest sector 1 on his final lap, but he messed up in the rest of the lap with a 16.
Then in P8 we have Randomizer, who is 1/10 behind Noah Gamer with 1:16.148.
Yeah, and very closely following behind we have Alvis, only 500ths of a second. 200, sorry, not even 200ths, actually, like 1600 thousandths of a seconds.
And P10 we have Organize, who's also 2,000ths of a second away from Gurlevs with a 1:16.183. So P7 to P11 is all separated by 1/10.
Yeah, that's very, very crazy. Very close racing here. And then we have P11 Lushby lining up behind Alga with a 1:17.1.
And in P12 we have Mine with a 1:18.5.
Then in P13 we have TNS 4 with a 1:19.9.
And then in P14, we have Nop, the team owner of Mercedes, is driving today. And it seems like we have a Ferrari on the grid as well now. So I'm
He'll be
wondering who
lighting
that
up.
is.
And we see lights. See 5 lights, and away we go for the Monza Grand Prix. It's going to be exciting. A very long race to go. 40 laps. We see the cars right now going into turn 1. See them disappearing, and we're going to be having to wait until they come around. As we see a yellow sector, yellow flag in sector 1. We really don't know what's happening right now, but it's promising to be an exciting race. Blade, who do you think has the biggest chance of winning this race?
Well, usually I would say Critical Noob, but he didn't do that well in qualifying. So I'm wondering if Critical Noob is not going to be as good in the race, but we'll have to find out, as they should be coming through Ascari in a moment. And I'm in a helicopter over Ascari right now, and it seems like the Alpine is leading the Grand Prix, followed by another Alpine and a Haas, then a Red Bull, then another Haas, then an Aston Martin, then another Red Bull, AlphaTauri, Aston Martin, Alfa Romeo, Ferrari, AlphaTauri, and then it's a Mercedes. So the Mercedes is not doing too well off the start.
That looks like it's was Soup in P1 currently, and closely followed behind by his teammate and some of the other drivers. We see 1-2 right now for Wasup and Nika.
Yeah, but it seems like the Haas of Love Majority using his pace using the exit off of Parabolica to get up into P2, as they're still very close. Wasup did a fantastic start then if he went from P5 to P1. There's plenty of work for him to do, but we'll have to find out what he'll do in the rest of the race. But Love Majority still fighting for that P2 against Nika, and it seems like one of the Alpines went over the bumps off the exit, and now they're losing time, and it seems like Love Majority has capitalized on that situation and taken the lead now, coming out of the two Lesmos, leading into the Ascaris now, and the Alpines are struggling to keep up with Haas, the Haas car, and it seems like further back, it seems like Acer is leading the pack there in P4, followed by Randomizer, and I think it's Critical Noob, and it seems like Simso Sim has been completely screwed massively, because he was down in P9. But looking back at the leaders, it seems like, Love Majority is doing fantastic to keep that lead right now.
Yeah, we're seeing some gaps form right now. Jordy right now, Soup and Nika following closely behind, but Critical already falling out of the DRS train of it, leading the pack right now, followed by Randomizer, Acer, Noah Gamer, and basically everybody else. Just pulling each other forward, and it's very, very close racing, especially up front with those two Alpines. Last race they did very good, but
Yellow Sector 1. It seems like the Luchabot has pitted for the Mercedes team, but we Love Majority doing a fantastic start now. He's up into the lead and he's pulling away. He was 8/10. I wonder if it's a little bit closer now, because it does seem a little bit closer. The Critical Noob is way behind now, with, I think that is Acer in front of him. But where is Randomizer? Randomizer is right behind Nicolano, and Nicolano goes over the bumps in Ascari, making him lose time. If we can go on board with Nicolano, and it seems like he's doing really well to try and keep up, but he just made that massive mistake now. Actually, I think that was Wasup has also made a mistake. Actually, no, never mind. I'm being stupid. No. They're coming out of Parabolica now, and it seems like Nicolano is, he's made a bit of a mistake, and that's allowed Love Majority to get the fastest lap, Randomizer to get the fastest lap, and now he will be looking towards to gaining on Wasup, and it seems like a Red Bull front wing on the pitch, on the main straight. And it seems like Noah Gamer.
Yeah, I think that's Noah Gamer. He's going to be pulling into the pits right now, and we're seeing some groups form even more. It seems to be getting more and more split up as the race progresses. But Wasup and Love Majority right now are 1 second ahead of Iser, who sets the fastest lap earlier, and now fastest sector 1 is trying to catch up to the leaders. As we see, the AlphaTauri is apparently disconnected from the race. Number 23, that's TNS4 for those who don't know. August still
further
very
back-
much in this race.
Looking further back, though, it seems like Acer and Critical Noob having a little scrap on the hard tyres, going into Ascari now. They'll be having a little bit of a fight. And further back a little bit is Organize in the AlphaTauri, doing pretty well for Monza. But what can Acer do now is he's trying to get that slipstream on Critical Noob going into Parabolica. Will he be able to get that DRS onto the main straight? And it seems like Randomizer has actually overtaken Wasup. Oh, we didn't catch that. But it seems like, yeah, Randomizer has taken P2. It's now a 1-2 for the Haas Formula 1 team. And that's very bad news for everyone else.
Yeah, the Haas's are looking very, very strong. They had a bit of a not too good start, we can all admit, to the season. But as the season progressed, suddenly something with the care, suddenly it's starting to unfold that the Haas's are very, very strong. Both of the drivers pulling very insane laps together, and yeah, they're looking very strong. Quite surprisingly, actually, because again, the start of the season of them for them wasn't too great.
Yeah, but if we can keep it up, if we can stick to the normal cameras on the drivers, we can keep an eye on this little battle between Wasup and Randomizer now as they're going on to the back straight leading into Parabolica. Will be a very interesting battle if Wasup can fight back as they're about to. Yeah, here we go, going through Parabolica. Seems like they're both doing pretty solid through there. Randomizer going a little bit wide, but I wonder if that's part of the racing line to get a better exit. But Wasup now going to be using that DRS now. Here he goes, going into the first chicane, what will be the first chicane, as it seems like Nicolano has lost a load of time. Now we'll be fighting with people like... No, never mind. It seems like Nicolano is fighting with Acer, Critical Noob, and Organize. But further in front, is Wasup versus Randomizer. It seems like Wasup has actually overtaken Randomizer, but Randomizer fighting back for that P2.
Yeah, it seems like the front runners are kind of running a Critical now with a gap of 5 seconds, which kind of a big gap, definitely for Critical Noob. We expected him to be at the front. Didn't have too great of a qualifying, but he's pushed and gotten a place up. Acer lost a place, so they basically swapped places. But the battle up front is what we want to see, as Critical Noob is getting quite close actually right now. He pulled away from the pack behind him of Acer and Aga, but we have Critical Noob now catching up with Wasup here. Or is that Nicolana? Yeah, Nicolana leading.
Seems like Randomizer's got the DRS and Love My Geordie, so can Randomizer even fight for the lead here? And the thing is, though, he's bringing Wasup with him because Wasup has DRS on Randomizer, so there'll be hopefully a three-way battle for the lead soon as they're both going through into what will be the second chicane. And it seems like Love My Geordie is still leading the way, but it seems like Randomizer is catching up quite massively here. So what will happen here? Have to find out. But Love My Geordie really is trying to push away now. He really has to get that going before it, because if they get DRS, he is pretty much screwed. As Randomizer does get DRS as well as Wasup, and it seems like the pit lane is now open.
Yeah, we gotta still watch out, because earlier last there was a 5-second gap. Now there is a 4-second gap between the two leading packs. So we're gonna have to see if Nika, Acer, and Crit can catch up, and maybe even challenge for the win if it were possible to catch up. We're gonna have to see as they're going around the final turn Parabolica right now.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to see how far they are.
Love My Geordie really is pulling away now. He saw that the gap has been gained on, but now he's really trying to pull away from these two. But it seems like Wasup, because Randomizer didn't have DRS on Love My Geordie, it seems like Wasup is going to have the DRS on Randomizer. So I wonder if anything's going to happen there. But it seems like Love My Geordie actually has just lost a bit of time. But yeah.
Yeah, Love My Geordie has to still put those good times, but as we've seen with him, often loses his front wing. So if he can, I think, if Jody can keep on track and not lose his front wing, he's basically got this secured. Jordy's a very fast driver, and he's proving himself every time again that he can be the fastest, setting poles, setting fastest laps. So I think if Jordy keeps the momentum going that he's going now, and doesn't make a mistake like losing his front wing, for example, like Noah did, and like Lujbot did, I think he is in the contention of winning this race, definitely by a margin.
I have to say, but we'll have to find out what the gap is in a second. But I have a feeling it is closer because now Wasup has the DRS on Love My Jordy. They're going to be heading into the first chicane. And Wasup has the fastest lap, and he's overtaken Randomizer. So Randomizer will have the DRS on Wasup, but that means Love My Jordy is in the danger zone now. He is going to be wanting to try and pull away as much as possible, and I'm going to have to be right back. I'm sorry about this.
Yeah, let's go on board with Love My Jordy. Right now he's being attacked by the Alpine of Wasup. So going into Lesmos right now. It's kind of hard to see with the visual lag that's happening right here. But we see Jordy still leading, but Wasup definitely no further than a tenth behind him. It's very, very close racing right now. Apparently somebody has mixed tires. It's gonna be I don't know who it is right now. I'll be checking that. But Lujbot actually retired from the race. We see Dakar also. He's maybe gonna be doing, and we see Nika losing his front wing, and then having a big crash in Ascari. That might be race over for him in terms of a challenge for a podium or a win. Acer right now in P4, Nicolin not close behind him anymore, and Critical Noob actually also losing some time to Acer. Maybe he lost some, had something going on there. And we're now on board with Dakar, four-time world champion in Iron, and he apparently has a mixed set, so he's gonna have to pit here. Let's see if he does, or if he actually is just going to race like how he is. And he's going to continue racing like him. If he does, he might just get a black flag, which I'm expecting. But as we're right now on board with Sub, seeing Jordy kind of hitting the bump, that's not going to be good because there's a very long straight here with no DRS. He's going to have to get the massive as much speed as he can out of that last turn in Ascari. Going around Parabolic right now, very close racing, probably within a tenth, everybody. Yeah, within a tenth, and I'm with Soup closely following behind, but the Haas, just like the last race, working very, very well together. I'm very, very surprised by how good they're working. And we're seeing the other cars right now. AlphaTauri very, very closely fighting with Critical Noob as well. They were a second behind each other last lap, but now having a fight for that P5 spot. Acer comfortably in P4. He's gonna want to get as much points as as he can get, because he's right now in a fight with Critical Noob and actually also Love My Jordy for the World Championship. So if Acer doesn't get enough points, or if he doesn't finish ahead of Critical, that's gonna be a massive loss for him. So he's gonna have to want to finish ahead of him, as he's doing right now. Pace, if he keeps this pace up, it's gonna be good. But we see Critical Noob right now battling it out with Aga. It's very, very close race. Maybe not even a second anymore. Because straight right now might give him some slipstream that he needs. As we see Love My Jordy almost a second ahead of Wasup now. And we see Randomizer losing a lot of position. Let's go on board with him, Rook, see if there's something that happened with him. Seems like everything was something of a bump that he hit. And we're we're seeing him going around. Some visual lag. Here, a randomizer fast sector. So he's catching up again. Seems like randomizer is having a mixture of good and bad laps for himself. Critical Noob losing some traction on to Acer together with Aga. Their battle's not really profiting any of them. And we see Noah Gamer right now also in P8. Close followed behind, sorry, not closely, 7 seconds behind, in front, sorry, of Nikolin. Noah sets a personal best Sector 1. He has those fresher hearts though. And right now we're on board with Nika. He wants to catch up to Noah Gamer and tease him ahead of him. Love my Jordy now. Very closely behind. The P1 to P3 are split behind within 1 second of each other. Seems like they lost some time actually this lap because Acer got some time up and the car is moving up the pack right now. He's gonna be wanting to overtake the person ahead. Is he gonna be able to pull it back because he still has to make a pit stop? We gotta remember this as he goes around Parabolica. And he sets the fastest. He's still on the fastest lap of the race. The car. I'll be confirming what that lap is. It's a 116.2 as his fastest sector. And we see a spin of Aga. We see Aga spin. Aga spun. But he's back on track now. It's not going to be good for him catching up. But maybe that's going to be good for Ifosa and Noah Gamer. Maybe you have a Nikolin to catch up and maybe overtake him. Ifosa is doing a pretty good lap of his own. Seeing Aga in front of him. I think Blade might have to go. I'd have to confirm that. We'll be getting another commentator in the box in a second. But we're right now on board with the Ferrari of Ifosta. He's gonna be trying to possibly even overtake Aga. 2 seconds behind him, not too far. And we're gonna be joined in the commentary box by Saint, possibly. By Bean, sorry. I'm afraid you have to unmute your mic on the stream. And we're now seeing Aga going around those turns right now. Right now. Very closely actually followed. So, welcome to the commentary box. Beans, how are you doing today? Oh, we're seeing some pit stops here! We're seeing some pit stop drama here. Let's go on board with Love Majority right now. As he pulls out, he has a very good stop, but this is horrendous for Wasu. Randomizer is going to be pitting next lap. Let's go on board with him. He's going to have to set a very good lap right now because this is his last lap on these tires, presumably seeing Jordy also switching. Can he set the fastest can he set a fast time with those old hard compounds? It's gonna be interesting. As he makes his way around let's go on board with Randomizer right now. This is gonna be very, very important pit stops. Very closely as he heads around to Parabolica right now. Yeah, that's surprising. I very much expected him to put maybe this lap. But with Soup right now setting the fastest sector 2. And Acer going for a pit. Okay, we're seeing right now. I think that's with Soup. Yeah, that's with Soup. With a very, very fast lap here. Dakar setting the fastest sector 1, setting good sector 2. I think that was the fastest. Yeah, that was the fastest lap with 1:15.7. A very, very good lap for him. But again, the was Soup's car lost a super amount of time. Sorry, in that last lap, so it's not gonna be good for him. So hopefully for him, he can catch up to the Haas's and possibly fight again, because with the amount of time that he lost, he's right now probably out of contention. You see randomizer. With he might be boxing actually. No, still not. He's continuing. Yeah, but we gotta remember that there's still a pit stop, and Wasu lost about 5 seconds then in that one pit stop drama that he had there. So that means that randomizer, if he gets a good stop, should be 5 seconds ahead of of Love Majority. Sorry, I think if you get a good pit stop, you could possibly get around a 13 second probably to get out of the pits, so you lose a bit more than that, so around 15 probably. Going on board with randomizer right now, seeing if still not, he's still not. Jordy right now improving his gap and making it smaller right now. Acer and Soup actually battling it out for that P3 spot provisionally. Let's see what they can do. Acer is losing some time there. Oh no, never mind. With Soup now that's behind. Excuse me for that mistake there. And we see Acer right now ahead into turn 4 of the track. Yeah, Acer's still ahead of with Soup. He sets a personal best sector 1. Critical Noob now 9 seconds behind Acer, which is quite surprising. And now battling it out with the car, I think that is. I'm pretty sure it is. Quite funny. See, I don't know where the car would finish, but randomizer, he's just pushing those tires. Is he gonna go for a double hard stint? Because I think everybody else, with the time they're going, yeah, he loses about 1, maybe even 2 seconds in that lap alone. So, is that the best strategy? It actually might be, you know, because he has less of a time. He loses less than he's gonna be losing when he pits. So, right now, if randomizer continues this and goes, wait, he can't go for a double hard stint. That would be going for a same tire strategy. My mind is a bit flipping right now. He's gonna have to pit right now. He's gonna probably go for a medium soft strategy, which the others can't, because they're gonna have to go for a hard medium hard, or possibly even a hard medium if they push it. But yeah, is he gonna pit now though? That's the real question. I think he should, and he's not. He's still not pitting, which is quite mental. he's gonna be very close with Love My Jordy. Let's see what Love My Jordy can do right now. How far is he gonna be? Oh no! Randomizer loses a lot of time there. That's gonna be 5 seconds or maybe even more lost for him. That Jordy can easily catch up. That's his whole pit stop strategy basically ruined. Lost another 2 seconds, even 2.3 seconds by that because of that pit stop. Because of that pit stop strategy, my bad. Right now he's gonna be getting DRS on him, but we see Jordy very closely behind us. You obviously saw earlier, only 5 seconds probably ago, him going through that same corner. Him obviously being randomizer, and Wasup actually has now gotten a gap of 3 seconds to Acer. Acer is gonna be hunted by Critical Noob, who's actually only 5.6 seconds off of Acer right now. So let's hop on board with the randomizer as he's going around the final turn. I think he should pit right now. Yeah, he's going to. It's handleable, unpractical anymore to drive with those tires. Rear left, kind of slow. That's not going to be the stop he needs. And we see Jordy pass him there. Didn't lose that much time, I must say, on a pit stop as I thought. He has them fresher tires though, and he's gonna be able to. Yeah, we see Jordy on medium, so it's probably gonna go for a medium, or maybe even a medium hard. Very dependent on how long he can make these mediums last. But our randomizer is gonna be pretty close actually behind Jordy. Yeah, he sees Jordy. He's gonna be hunting for him. I'm very excited to see. I'm now joined in the commentary box by Wolfrock.
Wow.
Hello. Oh, sorry, I had him a bit lower. That's on me. Welcome to the commentary box. It's been a while. How are you doing today?
Been doing good. I recently recorded just like an entire singular lap of commentary that I was gonna use as an example of what the commentating should be like.
And right now, votes for driver of the day are open in the media section. So if you want to vote for who you think should be driver of the day, that can be done. You go to the Discord link. That's linked in the description.
I can drop it in the chat for them.
Yes, yes, please. It's gonna be dropped in the chat, so for all of you guys to join, and you can vote for the driver of the day, which will be announced after the race is done. I will be giving an update on it shortly at some point.
Well, at the current time, I will give you an update since I do have the responses open. It is currently 50% of the vote is going to number 25, W Soup, with Love My Jordy number 15 only having 23.1% of the vote, 21.4% of the vote now.
Okay, so I think that's quite a good vote. Love My Jordy, obviously starting from pole, now leading, but I think he should be leading by a bit more, seeing as randomizer had that big shunt there. So he basically actually won a lot of time on it. If you include that shunt that he had there, basically turned sideways completely into turn 1 and 2. We see Wasup having
recontrolling down into Curva Grande into Rogio. Here, let's hope he does not collide with those sausage curbs as he has the few times I've seen him gone through here.
So randomizer now is I think he's going faster than Jordy. No, he's not. He's actually losing some time to Jordy. He's gonna want to push forward and make sure that Wasup can't do too much, because he has the DRS on him now.
It's really going to be pressuring as they go down to Ascari into Parabolica, because that's one of the massive zones that they can get an overtake on without much trying.
Yeah, we see with Soup here taking some massive terrain to randomizer right now with him. Around
very
Parabolica,
far
it's gonna be
back
having
into
the
that DRS
DRS
zone.
onto the final
Yeah.
straight.
He's catching up onto Randomizer here. He's going to try and make his move down into that first chicane. Does he make it? No, he does. Yes, he can. Yes, he has. No, he has not. The lag is really getting to me here. This is the one thing you can't really get.
And as we see, Critical Noob obviously was 5 seconds, 5.4, sorry, behind Acer, but now lost a lot of distance to him. Now 7 seconds behind him. I think the clean air that Acer has right now is doing him in wonders because he's setting amazing laps of himself right now. We're seeing him going around the two Lesmos here. Actually, very consistent, just very consistent driving. No shunts or nothing, just consistent, and that's what it gets you points really. As we see with what happened with Nika and Noah, having those shunts really doesn't help you. It's more about consistency.
Love My Jordy is now going to be catching up to that Alfa Romeo and Ferrari over time, as they're only seconds apart now. But
I'm gonna be
the
given an
Alfa Romeo
update.
and the Ferrari are really going at each other down into Roggio, as the Ferrari of Ethos is really trying to keep up with that Alfa Romeo going
Yeah.
up to the straight that's going to lead them into Ascari here. That Alfa Romeo is staying worlds ahead of that Ferrari into Ascari. That Ferrari's really trying to push himself ahead there, but of course they haven't been having a real good season recently, so this is just kind of an example of the best they're trying to do right now.
Yeah, Gio still has to get those points in. They're getting closer to the top 10 now for those points. And we see Sims, I think he retired as well, which is sad. And an update on Love My Jordy's. An update on Love My Jordy's tires. They're on 37% now, meaning they should be starting to fall off. And Randomizer's tires are still on 16%. They're both on mediums. So is the tire wear difference gonna be showing in laps? I think so. I think it should, and it will, because he now lost 8 tenths to him, and we see Randomizer very, very close to Jordy, and we see Jordy losing it and just crashing, which we have talked about earlier, saying that if Jordy doesn't have a shunt, he's pretty much clear. That's what I was saying, at least. He's pretty much clear of winning because he has that massive pace, as we've seen him getting that pole lap. But Randomizer now is leading the race with Soup following very, very closely behind. Love My Journey still not too far off, but still not where he wants to be. Definitely with those old tires. I think he might pit there because that just ruins your tires. That one spin there. Let's go on board with him. As we see, yeah, Randomizer is gonna be not in P1. It's gonna be with Soup. So that means Randomizer has the DRS on with Soup, and Love My Jordy is just gonna be keep on pushing with the DRS, both on the straight. But the distance to them is 6 seconds now. Jordy having those older tires, with Soup having also old tires, but Randomizer having a bit less of the pace advantage based on tire wear. He's gonna have to get massive laps right now to try to stay as possible, because I think both still have to get one pit stop. Randomizer probably gonna go on to the softs, thinking that he's mediums right now, maybe even a mediums though. but to go to hearts. As randomizer has shown, they can last very, very long. Right now, we're seeing the cars. Was Soup still leading, actually. Pretty close behind. It's going to be very close, but Soup seems to be taking the lead. If Soup continues this pace, he might be up to get his second win in this season, actually. Yeah, is that this? No, he did. Wait, did he win this season yet? I don't think so, actually. I don't think Soup has won this season yet. And we see Jordy losing a rear. It's not what we want to see from Jordy, and it's not what we expect at all. Acer might be profiting from this because Jordy's losing so much time on him, and we see Critical Noob getting very, very close to Acer right now. And Nika and Noah Gamer having a good battle of their own right now. Yeah, Nika is going into the pits for his last stop. I believe he's going on to the pits. No, he's going on to the mediums, actually. Quite surprising. Is he gonna do a stop? I don't think so, but can mediums last 13 laps? I don't think so either. So, kind of weighing each other out, and yeah, Nika is pulling pretty good laps right now on board with the randomizer, who's provisionally in the lead, and with Soup also still following, but he's losing a lot of time. I think it's the limit of his tires right now. His tires definitely have seen this their best day right now. Seeing Jordy pit, yeah, that's expected. Got a new front wing, no front wing, sorry. Got those softs on, meaning that he's gonna have to do another pit stop, but he's definitely gonna go for the fastest lap to get some extra additional points in the bag. And we're seeing going around the last turn. Critical Noob actually overtakes Acer there, so Acer losing some ground to him. And I will be giving an update on with Soup's tires right now. I was looking at the wrong tires. It appears that Soup is going to be pitting this lap. He's on 54% on the tires. For those who don't know, that's very, very worn. And he's still pulling great laps, so very surprising. But I think he's going to be boxing. Yeah, that's very correct. Let's see, he needs to get this right. But the Alpine pit crew looking very strong today. Very, very strong. If there was a pit crew, a reward for best pit crew, they would definitely win it today, because my god, that pit stop was great. That was one of the best pit stops we've seen this season yet. Randomizer obviously still has that one stop. I don't know how much places he's lost. Sorry, how much seconds. Wing! Oh no, randomizer! Oh no! That's gonna be a massive loss for him.
Yeah, that is going to be terrible.
That's gonna be a race. That's gonna be awful for him. I think with Soup now sees that victory inside. So what he does have to remember to win this is drive consistent, and you'll win this. Like, that's probably what his engineer is telling him. Let's go on board with randomizer. They mess up this pit stop that actually might cost him the P2 that he has. He will be battling over with one majority, who's 19 seconds behind him. With Soup takes the fastest, takes the lead of the race. So randomizer is already 6 seconds behind. It still has to do that pit stop. It's not going to be good, and Soup is going to be very, very happy with this. Going on to the stops with a kind of a slow stop. Not what he wants. Is he going to be ahead or battling Love Majority? I don't think so. But and we have critical noob. We see Acer actually pitting. So critical noob, if he doesn't get a good pit stop, that might mean that Acer gets some ground on him. I will be checking that data on critical noob right now. Critical noob actually has 45% on his tires. That means those tires are worn. As I said earlier, 50% is very, very, like, tires gone. So 45% is already not good. That means he's probably got 2 more laps at tops. Maybe 1, actually. Let's go on board with him, though. Because I would be very interested to see if he gets a good pit stop. Kind of battling with the Alfa Romeo of Gielvis. But obviously he's a lap down. And now again on board with critical noob. Going around Parabolica. Is he gonna pit? I'm not sure. Yeah, he is.
Into the pits for critical. Let's see that stop there.
Oh, he overshoots it, kind of. That's gonna be a mistake from him. And he loses some time, but is he gonna be ahead of Acer? That's gonna be... No, he's not! Acer, you see him go past there. He's gonna be ahead, but how much is he gonna be ahead? That's the real question. He's not gonna be ahead by a lot. I assume that's a second, maybe a second and a half. The two that are currently in the lead of the championship are gonna have some form of battle for that P5 spot, I think that is. Yeah, for that P5 spot. Randomizer now setting a personal best sector 1. He's gonna want to catch up right now on P3 of the race. He's gonna be wanting to be more ahead though. Let's go on board with the randomizer and see how far he actually is behind, because Jordy, yeah, he's gonna be a bit behind, and by a bit I mean quite a lot actually, with my Jordy getting his time. And now with this fastest sector 3, still losing some time to Wasup. So again, if Wasup drives consistently, he's gonna have this in the bag, and that's gonna be good, very good points even for Alpine, but more importantly, very, very good points for Haas. We see both of the drivers on the podium, which, if you see that, you can assure that that's going to be massive points and a massive party for that team. Even if they don't get to win, you got to think about the constructors, not always only the team, only the person, because there's that big back for the team that they want to win so bad, and they're working very well for it.
With Love My Journey 9 seconds off from Wasup, it is... I highly doubt he'll be able to get to Wasup in time with pit stop, because it could be expected depending on the tires he is running.
Yeah, I think those softs will die towards the end, but nobody's gonna pit now. It should be now. Acer setting a fastest sector 2. Is he gonna go for the fastest lap here? That would be very interesting. Is he going to? And Love Majority wins a bit of time there.
Goes right down into Parabolica there, going up into that start-finish straight. Probably on his way to lap another car at the same time.
And he doesn't.
Fastest lap he is.
Sector 3 wasn't the greatest. That was the that was the 4th fastest lap of the race.
Yeah. Daka is still the only driver to hold that fastest lap so far.
Yeah, the randomly joining the just kind of funny, but to measure, the set the fastest time of a 15.7, but we're right now seeing P2 with a 15 in
Critical has put
time.
A fastest sector 1 at 5. If he can set a fastest sector 2 with a 25, it might be over for Dakir's fastest lap.
Yeah, we don't gotta forget, if he gets a green sector, that means that he just improves on his own. So he doesn't improve on his second sector.
That is a 25.265.
That's not gonna be this.
Most likely gonna be.
That's not gonna be a fastest lap. But Critical Noob still showing some mad pace, and he has to get
Could be in
more
the
pace
fastest
out
lap.
of
No,
here.
no, no. That's a
And we
yellow
see
flag,
Sector 2.
Sector 2, and that's Critical with a of getting fastest lap.
He didn't get a fastest lap actually. Though he's
Yeah.
not far off it. If his Sector 2 was a bit better than he would have. But you see him catching up to Acer right. And that's going to be a battle for P4. And he's going to have to get those massive points. Because P4 still gives you 12. P5 gives you 10 points. So every point will count in this championship. As we're seeing so many different winners in all those rounds. The only one that has won 2 rounds being Critical Noob.
Yeah, this so far does seem like a very even championship for the, but it is highly unexpected as of right now. Up with the Ferrari of Ethos going off track, will he be able to get back around? It's highly likely that if he didn't get back on the move, that could have been a safety car. But we never know because they don't use them.
Safety cars seem to not get deployed as often, but there seems to be no wheel damage, so I don't think there's any need for it. And we see
hopefully
Critical
when they
actually.
add wheel damage, it will be a more intense style.
Oh, wait, let's go on board with Acer. I think still in Sector 1, something must have happened with him because he's behind. Let's go on board with him. It seems that he's just had a disconnecting issue. I think Acer just had a disconnecting issue.
So is that has put Acer out of the race, I'm guessing?
Acer's out of the race, so that's gonna be a massive points loss for Red Bull.
And that's going to be
Haas. We see Haas going actually still very, very fast. They're gonna want to keep up the pace because Critical Noob is gonna be on the hunt to Randomizer. And if we can overtake him, that would be some massive points loss for Haas, which will take the constructors at the current position that they're in. They will be taking the constructors' lead. I'll be verifying that real quick.
Yeah.
But
W Soup, I do want to see what his onboard view is with his laps currently, because though he has no one behind, though he has 16 cars behind him and 0 in front, it still does see like he might be able to really pull himself farther from Love Majority, because he does not get anywhere within a 2-second in these last 3 laps of the race. That is going to be a game over for Haas.
can we get an
in the
update on
respective race.
who's currently the driver of the day?
Driver of the day?
Earlier,
That would still be W Soup in the
which
lead.
I think that's very much deserved, seeing as earlier it was Jordy. I was like Jordy actually deserves it at the moment, because I mean Jordy was super fast and he looked like he was gonna win it, but now with Soup just driving consistently, even with a messed up pit stop, we can all agree he's still super fast. And yeah, he wins a 1.7 seconds in that last lap. Randomizer is also very closely followed behind by Critical Noob. Is Critical Noob gonna be able to make a move on Randomizer maybe in one of the last laps? Because, like, as I checked, the Haas's are gonna be taking the constructors' lead provisionally in a championship right now after this round, which is confirmed. Noah taking the taking the spot that Acer was in, but Critical Noob is very close to Randomizer, having pitted way earlier and being on the same tires as him. So yeah, he is a second faster per lap right now. In the first sector, he's winning 2/10, and the second sector, he wins 1 second. 1 full second. So we're seeing Wasup going around the track for his penultimate lap. So will Jordy. And now let's go on board with Critical Noob. If he can catch up with Randomizer, that's gonna be massive points for him. I'm seeing a 3 second, even less than that, gap. But last lap, he lost a full second and 1/10. So if he keeps pulling these laps and Randomizer messes up one more time, that's gonna be race over basically for podium wise, and we get a virtual safety car. What?
That's going to be basically, and that is a full safety car. That is basically race over at this point. W Soup, at this point, basically is won the entire race because there was no overtaking during a safety car period, and drivers must slow down their speed by 50%.
Are we gonna see
Good game.
Are we gonna see an Abu Dhabi 2021 moment with the safety car? I think Ferrari just did a Latifi moment, so this might just be an F1 2021 Abu Dhabi moment, which is quite funny. But yeah, I think Love Majority, by the way, if I'm not mistaken, will take the lead, championship lead after this race. Then with Soup, and then followed up by Critical Noob. So those will be your top 3 in the championship.
Safety car out. That's basically the race is over now.
Let's hop on board with Soup going on to win, I think, his 4th Grand Prix ever. If he didn't win another race this season, I could be mistaken here completely, but he's going around the final turns around Parabolica, entering now, and he's gonna be winning the Monza Grand Prix of Season 2. And yeah, we see with Soup winning.
A bit of a flex there, as of course he basically dominated the entire race today.
I think that's actually wrong. I think he didn't. I think he had to fight for it. Well, obviously he had some luck, but part of racing is luck. So with Soup, definitely deserved this win. He drove amazing, didn't mess up on his own. The only part that he messed up was with the pit stops. But he won 13 seconds, so very comfortably. It's going to be very exciting to see the podium celebrations. The Alpine team boss probably going on to the podiums again for them. It's been a long time since we've seen him on there. Sorry, no, not really. It's been since Bahrain, where Nicolin won, that we've seen Alpine on the top step of the podium. Until then, we'll be going for a little break, and we will be seeing you at the podium celebrations.
I would like to say, before we do hit intermission, that W Soup has confirmed driver of the day for Monza.
Very deserved for him. And we will be seeing you at the podium in a bit.
She was a backpack, nevertheless. Calling it quits now, baby, on wreck. Crash at my place, baby, you're wreck. Needless to say,
A nice Kennedy unknown. You don't wanna be alone.
And we're right now seeing the podium. The Canadian driver gets the P1, and it will be Ido, team boss of Alpine, taking the constructors podium. Sorry, for them, very much deserved. They worked for it, and to be fair, they're the correct winners. Everybody agrees with that. As seen by the poll, most agree with that actually. Very much deserved. And we see Jordy once more on the podium. He has been very consistent, especially as of late. In the beginning of the season, having some shunts in the wall, but now getting more consistent and actually taking the lead of the championship right now for the first time ever. So very much congratulations to Jordy on his deserved P1 spot in the championship. And we're going to be seeing Champagne in just a bit. And we see the drivers right now going on top of the boards. It's just kind of funny. I don't know what's happening right now, but I should be seeing Champagne. But we'll end it here for today. Thanks for watch. Oh, never mind. We see Champagne now, as I say that. And Champagne for those podium cities. Haas with a double podium. This was a massive race for Haas and also for Alpine. Sorry. Haas for the first time ever gaining P1 in the constructors, and love my Jordy for the first time ever P1 in the drivers championship. So thanks for tuning in to Monza round 6. We'll be back in 2 weeks for Imola. See you.